All right. So for today's follies, let's start with what bad news first, right? This morning I got up and had to have a couple of ultrasound scans of my legs because I've been sitting around doing nothing for 2 or 3 weeks at this point, and more than a full week here in the hospital. So I scanned it. They didn't think it was any big deal. It's just they've been swollen and kind of just what happens. I forget what they call it, but it's you get fluid in your joints and in your legs or whatever for sitting too long. So they came in, they scanned, they did all that stuff. There was no issues found. So we'll start with that part. A lot of the stuff seems to be going better. I can breathe a whole lot better. If you can tell, and they've knocked at this point through the course of the day, because now here we are at the it's 8 o'clock or something like that. They've knocked about 50% of my oxygen off. So I'm making big improvements finally. But part of the folly there was a self-inflicted wound where I just wasn't paying attention. Just not one of those things that first and forefront in my head. So the deal's this, right? Like, I haven't really been eating a good meal since before December 25th. I finally, in the last few days, really started to be hungry. Good sign. I've been eating all the food they put in front of me, but yesterday, I forget, one day they gave me a pancake, or no, not pancakes. They gave me waffles, right? Bacon, eggs, waffle, and I'm like, of course, the diabetic thing. Like, really, doesn't seem too bright, but okay. Yesterday, they gave me sausage patty and scrambled eggs and French toast. And let me tell you, man, I could smell that cinnamon on that French toast, and it was talking. It was talking to me. So I went ahead. I was hungry. I went ahead and ate it all. Didn't really think anything about that. Later last night, I kind of got the munchies. The lady was real nice, the nurse or whatever at night, and she brought me in a little turkey on wheat sandwich. They have snack food you can get, right? So when the kitchen's closed, there's some other little foods they can get. Those little cranberry juices or whatever, right? So those things. Anyway, they got some sandwiches and stuff like that too. So I ate one of those last night. And so, thing is, only in the last day or so, have I really started feeling well enough that I can get all three of my little brain cells to rub together hard enough to actually, get some cogent thought, And I woke up this morning and just didn't feel like, it kind of felt tight in the chest and hard to breathe and not clearing out this stuff in the lungs, a little frustrated about that, right? And so here's the deal. I kind of have a wheat not an allergy, but we'll call it a wheat sensitivity, right? So if I eat a small piece of bread or something, a dinner roll here or there, right? We're going to go the TMI route, right? Always the TMI route. So when I eat something like that, I'll get bloated. I'll get a little belchy, right? Like, I'll get some gas. And just eat a roll, enjoy a roll, move on with life. It doesn't last very long. No big deal, right? But if I cumulatively eat a bunch of wheat, then I get really bloated and really gassy and really belchy for an extended period. And so it kind of struck me this morning when they brought in breakfast again. Now, this morning, my blood sugar was low, 70 low. So they actually gave me some of those cranberry juice cocktails to bump the blood sugar up a little bit. Anyway, I'm getting distracted here. So they brought in my food this morning for breakfast. I forget, it was probably, I think it was sausage patty, scrambled eggs, and French toast again. And I looked at it and went, oh, you idiot. It's like, the reason that you're tight and can't breathe, hey, what's the worst thing you can possibly do to a person who needs lung efficiency, right? Oh, let's see, eat something that bloats the hell out of you and puts gases in your stomach that presses on your lungs, right? Like, what a freaking genius move. But at least I'm feeling well enough and those little 3 brain cells are rubbing together enough that I caught it this morning. So as a result, I drank a bunch of water. I can help purge some of that, out if I drink a bunch of water and kind of flush system. So I spent most of the day doing that. And I can say by the afternoon, I was like, wow, man, I'm feeling good. And so that's why they've been able to knock my oxygen down three or four different times now. They've come in and hit it a bunch of times. They're cutting it back, and my levels are, like they cut it down once, and they were bouncy a little bit. Not terrible, right? 89s, and back up to 95s or whatever. And then they cut it down the second time, and it was like, 94 or bust, dude. It was going to be on 94. I'd have to work hard. I'd have to stand up and kind of, walk around in a circle, and I might get it to go to 90. I just stop moving, boom, right back to 95. So that's been pretty good. So that's kind of where I'm at, right? Like at this point, we're just trying to clear the lungs, trying to purge this stuff out. I have to say I'm feeling a lot more positive about it. All the doctors and nurses, everybody listening to my lungs are like, they're starting to clear out. We can hear it, but it's just been a long road to hoe. And of course, that, brilliant, dumb move about eating a wheat sensitivity thing and filling your air cavity that you need to breathe in with, bloated wheat stuff. Not the greatest idea. So, but we got that sorted out and got the diet modified. They don't even bring me wheat stuff now. So it's like basically meat and vegetables. That's all I'm going to get on the tray. So anyway, I don't know if I got anything else. Let me cogitate on that a little bit and see if I got anything else I want to add. All right, so yeah, so a little bit more here. So this little gizmo, like I was only being able to hit like 1500 in that big white part right there in the middle, and now I can pull it up 2000, 2500, right? That's just basically where I was when I checked in. All right, so again, cautionary tale here on this about, I came here probably right in the nick of time. Because it did nothing but go down for almost a week. And the efficiency or whatever, this little gizmo here, did nothing but get worse until today. So that's a little exercise tool, help, open your lungs up or whatever. I finally got that thing going in the right direction also. So, just for the most part, overall, I'm feeling a lot more positive, and a lot, finally like some progress. Like I'm, hacking up half a lung here today, in that fluid and crap, finally blowing that stuff out. And that's what's going to help really get this oxygen turned way down and get me to the point where I can breathe, completely on my own and get the hell out of Dodge. So anyway, that's kind of it. It's kind of quickie, rundown of, me being a bonehead, just not thinking, not really realizing, and doing myself no favors. So my bad, but whatever. We'll work around that. So anyway, I do want to share that I got a little care package today. I got a couple things, but one of the things I'm most excited about, the hospital razors here are absolutely effing terrible. Okay, you can't. They're unusable. Like you could shave maybe an inch strip of something, but I got a little care package. I got the good stuff. Yeah. So I haven't had an opportunity to use it yet, but that I hope is on the horizon here. They have been asking me, did I want take a bath or whatever, and they're looking at me, look at my color, looking at my engagement, me being able to get up, move around, do all that kind of stuff, and they're like, yeah, we could hook you up with getting in the shower for a little bit. So breathing treatments, I think I'm feeling them better. That was one of the things I want to add. Is a breathing, when they come in now, the respiratory people, like I can breathe in and I feel my lungs opening up. So it's like I described, I think in one of the other videos about having pneumonia. And it was one of those things where you kind of felt tired. You go in and they start you on like antibiotics. And it takes a day or two or something like that, but then you start to feel your lungs kind of free up, right? And that was that sensation that I was looking for with this COVID thing here, and just not getting it. And today I got it. that's the sensation I'm getting now. They come in with those breathing treatments. I'm feeling those things opening me up. So anyway, that's the update, right? Like that's where I'm at, and I think I still don't know how many more days it's going to be because I'm still on pretty good juice of oxygen here, but. I think probably, as you can tell, I'm a little more alert. Like I said, I got all 3 of those brain cells rubbing together at this point. So, we got them all firing on all 3 cylinders, all 3 cylinders there. So, anyway, we'll get you another update tomorrow.